Hello. Um, I almost forgot to make a video tonight. Um, I I was like super um I don't know, at the beginning of the night I was like, "All right, let's pump out a video like right now." And then something came up and it just totally flew over my head. So, I'm making a video right now. I don't have a topic. Who could have guessed? So this is going to be like the past 3 nights where I ramble until I find something to talk about. Right now, doing a little continuation from last night's ramble about how I have a hole in my jaw right here underneath my molar. The dentist said, or the dentist surgeon doctor guy was like, "Yeah, that's normal. I'll give you a syringe to wash it out. Just make sure it doesn't get infected." So we're in the clear. We're good. Um, the only sucky part is I get the stitches I have in my mouth, like with the way they're on my back piece of my jaw. Whenever I do that, whenever I crunch down and like get the top molars connected with the bottom, the stitches like get in between my molar and I can feel it. And I can feel them right now, and it just makes me constantly swallow because it feels like there's food stuck in my mouth. And I know it's the stitches, and I want to like move my tongue over and like try to dislodge the food, but I have to constantly like remind myself that no, don't do that. You're gonna reopen your wounds and you're gonna bleed. So yeah, that's dope. Besides that, we're going to the Run Fair. It's coming up this Saturday. Um, I don't know. I'm probably gonna spend a lot of money. Completely honest. I'm probably gonna spend a lot of money. The past few years I've gone to the Run Fair, I usually don't spend money because I don't have it. But because I saved up over like the year and a half I was working at Target, we got some moolah. And I know, I'm not gonna blow it all in one place, but I do have a baggie of cash, and it's like $500. And it's actually, most of it is my graduation money from like 3 years ago when I graduated. And it's also just like cash that I've gotten during, those 3 years, the birthdays I've had. So the baggie, I actually don't know how much money's in there. I just know it's a decent amount. And when I say decent, it's decent for someone with like a minimum wage job. Again, like $500, $600, something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna bring my little baggie, my drug bag of cash, and maybe spend it all there. I don't know. The only time I bring that bag out is for the Run Fair and Comic-Con. Comic-Con last year, I spent $400. I got a Berserk figure, which I've shown before, but I'll show it in this video just because I brought it up. I don't know how much this guy was. He's pretty big. It's Guts in the Berserk armor with the helmet. He's kind of like perched on a tree stump. And he's just kind of like chilling. I know you can't really see because the light doesn't, really do a lot, but yeah, that guy was like, I don't know, a good $200 maybe. He was the last one left too. It was funny. I found two booths. They weren't really booths. They were more like big ass tables, with a whole lot of figurines that someone was selling, reselling, of course. And one of them was selling them for like $300, and this other booth was selling it for $200. So of course I went to the $200 booth and was like, "What's up?" And I picked him up. I picked up a metal poster of Guts as well. That one was like, I don't actually know. I've kind of forgot. And then I bought a 4-piece um, comic series from this writer. It's a comic based on when China invades like Japan, I believe, like a Chinese invasion. I can't remember. It's either that or Korea. But I bought it because I kind of felt bad. Because like no one was stopping by his booth, and he had a whole lot of them, and he signed each and every one. So it was like an extra $5 to sign each copy, and I was like, you know what, dude, go ahead, bro. Um, so I ended up buying a bundle. It was like 30, $35, something like that. And then oh yeah, I bought an ocarina. I've shown this off before, but I think it's an STL ocarina. It's made out of, this one's ceramic. I don't know if you can hear that, but yeah. And it came with like a couple manuals I have off to the side, but I'm not gonna dig through my pile of papers right there to try and grab them. And I think that was everything. I'm like 90% sure that was everything I bought. Definitely want to hit up the alley again though when I go to Comic-Con this year, if I go. I mean, I bought the tickets, the 3-day pass, so who knows. I gotta pray I have a car available for those 3 days, because I do share a car with both of my sisters and they both have jobs. So that's gonna be fun. I would take the motorcycle, but the convention is down in, I mean, you can kind of guess what state I live in based off of everything I've said, but I'm not going to say the specific name. But the Comic-Con, playing with the gain, the Comic-Con is based in the main city, the capital city of my state. And driving there is nerve-wracking to say the least, so I couldn't imagine riding a motorcycle down there. I just wouldn't want to, especially in the garages. Like when we went, the parking garage that we parked in was like a 45-degree incline to get down into. And I've never started a motorcycle on an incline or a hill. Like I've never stopped on a hill. It's pretty flat around here, so like when I stop at a light, I'm not going anywhere. That is my biggest fear, is going up, like stopping at a light on a motorcycle on a steep incline. Like this thing was steep. I mean, thinking about what you'd, I wouldn't even have the clutch. I mean, I would maybe have the clutch in a little bit. But yeah, no, both brakes, both brakes are 100% on. And then having to ease off the brake while you're easing on the throttle, I don't know, man. Thinking about it makes my brain hurt. I'm sure it comes much more naturally when you're like on it. Cause like when I was doing my motorcycle class to get my license, thinking about shifting gears and everything that it requires, like easing off throttle, bringing clutch in, shifting, clutching out, and then throttle on again. Like thinking about that process seems really complicated, but actually doing it just felt like secondhand nature. It was really weird. And it might have just been because I had really good motorcycle instructors. Like my motorcycle instructors were mint. They were the best. It was this like old lady. She was super funny, super kind. There was like a really sarcastic dude. Sarcastic in a good way. He was like funny. And then there were two newbies that were doing this as like one of their first trainee lessons. They were teachers. that were, getting their training license. Those guys were great. It's funny, there is a class that was next to us. We were in a college campus, and we were in the parking lot. It was like the back parking lot, so there were no cars there, and it was out of season as well. But there was a group next to us from the same company that I did my licensing test stuff with, and the instructor for the group next to us was not cool, dude. He was like screaming at his at his riders, just belting out orders and like, why are you doing that? Why aren't you stopping? It didn't look like a good time. It did not look like a fun time at all. So I'm super glad I got my instructors and not that guy. But yeah, it's okay. It's been 10 minutes. I still have no clue what I'm gonna name this. I don't know, like Faire ASMR, Ramble, something like that. But yeah, I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.